Well, how's it going, brothers? And welcome to the new series, How to Transmog. In this episode, I'm gonna be showing you how you can become like me, wrestling sensation Hulk Hogan on the island of Aeternum. But first, drop a leg on that like button and subscribe to the channel, brother. Now let's get this video going, man. Do you want to be built like an absolute unit? Ooh, have all of the ladies on Aeternum swooning over you? And just be an all-action swashbuckling American hero? Then I've got you covered, brother. As of today, we're going to be showing how even you can look this good in New World. By the end of this video, you're going to have a 32-inch neck, a 64-inch chest, the largest arms in the world, and you're going to be unleashing your inner Hulkamaniac all over the place. And you know something? You're gonna be getting your pump on, flexing those pythons, and knocking out all of the creatures Aeternum has to offer with just one punch, because this is where the power lies, brother.
Now that they know what's in store for you, let's go over how even you can achieve this macho look, and attract the eyes of all the ladies on Aeternum, even Adiana. For the face, you're going to want some long, luscious golden hair, with a manly mustache to go along with it. Throw some piercing green eyes in there, and a jawline so sharp it can cut diamonds, and you're in business. Then, for the body, go as jacked as possible, with a 32-inch neck, a 64-inch chest, and the largest arms possible, before deciding on what kind of ring attire you want to strut around in. If you're going for the classic Hulkster look, you can't go wrong with some bright red and yellow gear. Starting off with the signature, bright boa around the shoulders, and the shirtless look to show off the stunning physique. This can be achieved with the medium chest wear, bare bone medium chest wear. This piece of transmog can be achieved in various ways. If you hunt for the Beastmaster garb, the common version of this comes from this massive drop table of creatures shown on screen. So sooner or later, you'll unlock it just by playing the game. Or probably the easiest way to get it, if you don't want to wait, is to buy one on the trading post. There's usually a couple up that don't cost too much. You're going to want a bright color to make the look pop, and yellow tends to stand out more than the red boas do. But now that you got your boa, you're going to want to follow that up with the classic Hulk Hogan bandana to match the trunks. Or, if you're going into Hulkamania, you might find yourself ripping off the bandana and letting the long luscious locks ride free. To achieve the bandana look though, you want to go for the Drunken Sailor light headwear, which is achieved by getting a drop of the waterlogged hat. Like with the boa, there's tons of mobs that drop this, as seen on screen, so you'll get it sooner or later. But I find it's faster to just purchase one on the trading post, and there's tons of them, and they usually don't cost much. Contrasting this bandana with the boa, and having it match the trunks, is the best way to go in my book, so I opted for a bright red bandana. Pair that bandana up with the lower body wear of your choosing. Whether you're a fan of the old school small yellow or red trunks, or you're more of a fan of the longer, less revealing ring attire, the choice is yours, but be sure to match it with your headwear to make the look really stand out. I go with the Shad Nashan's medium leg wear, simply because I like to have a little flare down the side of my trunks. There's so many great options here, and I'll show a couple of my favorites on screen. If you want the ones I'm using, you can unlock this look with the Sclerite leggings, which has a chance of dropping when you defeat the sandworm. When it comes to what kind of gloves to go for, there's no options I really like, so I tend to leave the hands bare until they come up with some wristbands or biker gloves. Another option could be the bear gloves that go with the Beastmaster set to extend the length of your boa, but I rather the bare hand look. Then, you cap off the look with a pair of signature Hulkster boots, and any of its many forms. You're really spoiled for choice here, like with the trunks, so go through and find which one goes best with the trunks of your choice. I opted for the humble Soul Warden's boots, because I wanted a cleaner, simple look, with a touch of yellow in there. But you can go for a flashier option, if that's your thing. I'll show some other good options on screen. If you did want the pair of boots I'm using, they drop from Soul Trials, so get grinding on those. As for the colors, I like to match the boots with the trunks and the bandana, with a touch of yellow in there. But if you find your look leaning too heavy towards a certain color, you can pair it with your boa to even the look out a bit, and that completes your classic Hulk Hogan look. Now you can go out there and roleplay in global chat, flexing on everybody you come across. But if you're more of a rebel that wants to stick it to the man and turn New World into the New World Order, you can go down the darker route with the Hollywood Hogan look. Be warned though, the devs were worried this kind of anarchy might make its way to the island, so preemptively, they banned any company being formed called New World Order, so you're gonna have to come up with a different name for your faction. To achieve the Hollywood Hogan look, you can keep your signature boa and bandana, but you're gonna want to switch it up to a darker, black and white theme this time around. Now, if you're not Hollywood enough to be able to purchase the black and white dye with marks of fortune, that's okay, brother. We'll go over some free options as well at the end. Or, save up your free marks of fortune from the season pass until you have enough for some of these dyes. But go ahead and throw on a black bandana with a contrasting white boa, and since Hollywood Hogan wasn't one for the short trunks, you're going to want to ditch those and go for the longer leg attire, following the same dark theme you did for the upper body. Like with the classic Hogan look, you're really spoiled for choice here. You can use any of the previously mentioned ones, and simply dye it in black and white. But I like it with the Shadow Hunter leg guards, to simulate the white lightning trunks Hollywood Hogan often went with. A cleaner option is also a good choice. Unfortunately, there's currently no way to get the skin I'm using, but you have tons of great options you can choose from. The same goes for the boots. You still have all of the options you had previously, except this time, switch it to the darker theme. I already had a lot going on with my trunks, so I wanted a cleaner look for the boots, and I went with the Springtide Bloom Beekeeper's Boots, which you can pick up every year during the Springtide Bloom event. But like with the pants, you're really spoiled for choice here, with the boots as well, so scroll to the Transmog menu and find the one that suits your look the best. And like with the classic Hogan look, I like to keep the hands bare until a biker gloves option becomes available. But extending the boa with some bear claws isn't a bad option as well. And there you have it, you've got your Hollywood Hogan look. Go out there and put your opponents on the ground with this macho bad boy look, and make sure to smile for the camera when you're putting them in a body bag. Now, let's talk weapons, emotes, Heartrunes, and all of the added little touches to make your look really pop. For starters, you've got weapons, and just going bare fist and brawling your opponents looks the best aesthetically. But of course, sometimes out on Aeternum, you can't solve everything with just your fists alone. And that's when I like to throw on any kind of massive weapon, like the Great Axe, Warhammer, or Great Swords, to show off the sheer strength of Hogan. In particular, I like the Great Axe, with the Lost Orichalcum Great Axe skin. This massive shovel looks like a weapon Hogan might have used inside of the ring, and it pairs very well with several emotes when you're taking out your enemies and putting them in the ground. Pairing heavy weapons works, or you can throw in some guns, like the musket or blunderbuss, to show off the American hero side of Hogan. And when it comes to skins, try find one that matches the color scheme you went with for your outfit. Then you got Heartrunes. There's quite a few here that work great, including Stoneform and Primal Fury to simulate entering Hulkamania, or Dark Ascent and Firestorm to simulate wrestling moves. Or you could even go with the Cannon Blast to show off your mighty strength. There's tons of great options here. For emotes, all of the muscle flexing, bodybuilding ones are must-haves. You're given the Flex one for free, which is a great one to have, but if you want to take things even further, you can purchase a few more with Marks of Grace as they come out to make your look really eye-catching, like the push-up emote for example. I'm personally a fan of the Frustrated emote you get from the PvP track, and then I purchased the Dig a Grave emote, Gravestone Peace Sign, and Table Flip emotes that I like to use frequently in PvP when I'm tearing through my opponents. I find they go really well with my Shovel Great Axe. With the intimidating presence you'll have from the perfectly crafted Transmog, you'll have people throwing gold at you left and right, and you can finally truly become Hollywood Hogan himself. Just remember to throw in a couple of brothers every now and then when you're out in the world chatting with your fellow players. Now that you know how to be Hulk Hogan in New World, in his various forms, go out there and lay the smackdown on anyone, or anything that gets in your way, brother. Also, let me know who you want to see how to Transmog as next in the series, and if you enjoyed the video, clothesline that like button.
And don't forget to subscribe to New World, brother!
But until next time, have a good one. Thanks for watching another video, brother, and a massive shout out to all the channel members and patrons seen on screen now. Links on how to become one in the video description below. If you'd like to see the next episode of this series, if it's available, click on the video to the left. Or, if you'd like to see me host a Transmog contest with fellow New World creators as the judges and participants, click on the video to the right.